Hey everyone, it's Caitlin Gustav here with another bonus episode of The Score on a fine Saturday morning. Today, instead of a roping.com mental performance tip, we have a special thing happening, and that is the new venture with Breakaway Roping.com. So on today's episode of The Score, you're going to get a sneak peek into one of the mental game performance tips that will be featured on BreakawayRoping.com, and that is with the one and only Lari Dee Guy. So if you're loving everything on roping.com for team ropers, and you breakaway yourself, you have a family member that breakaways, girlfriend, wife, whoever, you are not going to want to miss signing up for BreakawayRoping.com, which is launching on September 1st, 2021. Just in case you're listening to this way later in the future, I don't know. But don't miss that date, September 1st, 2021, breakawayroping.com. It's going to offer courses on breakaway roping, all things mental performance, roping tips, scoring tips, riding tips, horsemanship, you name it, with so many coaches. And we are just getting started. So on today's episode, we got to pull video audio from Lari Dee's mental game. And if you know Lari Dee, you know she is all mental game. She's got it. She's got the right stuff. She's got the right tools. She knows how to use her mental game. So you are not going to want to miss this. Whether you're a breakaway roper or a team roper, this mental game goes for everyone in the sport of rodeo or outside of rodeo. So don't miss this episode, and don't forget, check out breakawayroping.com. launching September 1st. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow breakawayroping.com on both Facebook and Instagram. You are not going to want to miss what's going on. World champion Lari Dee Guy and the staff of the Breakaway Roping Journal joined forces to develop breakawayroping.com, a streaming video site launching September 1st, 2021. With hundreds of videos releasing over the next 6 months, BreakawayRoping.com offers courses on Breakaway Roping 101, as well as the elite tuning with the likes of WPRA World Champion Hope Thompson, RFD TV's The American Champion Madison Uthier, Jackpot standouts Josie Connor and Aspen Miller, College Rodeo coach Lindsey Sumter, and the King of Cowboys, Trevor Brazil. Starting September 1st, use promo code THESCORE to get 15% off your membership on breakawayroping.com. That's all capitals, THESCORE, to get 15% off your membership on breakawayroping.com. Don't miss it.
This is Chelsea Schaefer, and this is Season 4 of The Score. You all have listened to this podcast 750,000 times, and we are here in Season 4 to bring you even more of what you love.
I'm Lari Dee Guy, and this is my mental game. I approach the mental game by controlling the things I can control and trying to let go of the things that I can't control. You know, in practicing that, you know, the lady that helps me with my mental game, Donnie Taylor, you know, says the percentages of what you can control should be a lot higher than what you can't control. And so when I'm you know, working on my mental game, when I'm practicing throughout the day, I really keep my mind on that. You know, if I'm having a horse that's maybe giving me some trouble, and you know, I back in the corner and I put my mind on the horse and not the focus of the calf and what I'm going to see and leaving, then I know that I'm focusing more on the uncontrollables instead of the controllables. And when I say that, like, the controllables is if I can back in that corner and block out some things that are going on underneath me with my horse or my surroundings and keep my focus on the calf and my job that I have at hand, then I know that my mental game is really good at that particular moment. And when I get there to the rodeo or to the competition, that I have great focus and control of the controllables. You know, when we talk about controllables, things you can control and things you can't, it's the first time I ever made my list, I started out making the things that I can't control, and instead of thinking of the things that I can control. And when I looked at that later on, and I thought, you know, the main thing that I can control is my attitude and my gratitude. And you know, I can control my friends. I can control who I surround myself with. You know, when you think of the things that you can control versus the things you can't control, it puts things in a totally different perspective. You know, I was just at a rodeo this past week, and I broke the barrier. And the first thing that I was like, man, you know, I broke the barrier, shouldn't have broke the barrier and all that. And Kelsey Chase said, well, the calf turned his head right when you nodded. Could you control that? And I said, absolutely not. And she said, well, then you couldn't control breaking the barrier right there. And so when you think of things like that, and you take yourself and you just focus only on your controllables, and you're gonna focus on the things you can't control too, but you got to try to put that, you know, at the end. You want to say you want to 80% on the stuff you can control, 20% on the stuff you can't. And when I think of, even if I'm having a moment, like things are going kind of bad, I instantly start going to the things that I can control. Like control your emotions, control your breathing, you know, control who you're around. If somebody's over there talking, or you hear people talking and saying negative things about the calves are bad, or the conditions are bad, or the score's too long, get away from those people. You can control that. You can ride your horse away. You know, I really start thinking of the controllables versus the non-controllables. You know, mental game for me gets challenged when there's several different occasions, and it probably challenges everyone in the same way. But you know, if you can be on the top of the world and be winning, you can go 4 places and be winning at all of them, and then the next thing you know, you go to 1 and you don't do well, and like mental game can change so fast for people. But literal mental game is being able to control yourself at all times. And when something like that happens and you lose, you know, a little confidence or whatever, you've got to be able to regain it quickly. And when people talk about mental game, everybody has a great mental game when things are going well. The people that literally have a great mental game is when things don't go well, being able to control yourself and get yourself back to a top level. And so, you know, I think it happens weekly with people, maybe even daily with people, that, you know, something happens. I mean, I know with me, it's a daily process that I go through. I mean, I can be practicing and have the best practice in the world on one horse and switch horses and things not go as well. But that doesn't define, you know, who I am or how I rope or how I score or whatever. And I have to realize that and know that and, you know, put it away. It's almost just like deleting a video. You know, like if I make a mistake in a video, I want to watch the mistake, address the mistake, and then delete the video. I don't want to watch that ever again. I want to watch the great things and the good things and get rid of the things that I feel would, you know, hinder my mental game.